Namaskar, this is Dr. Sweta Adatia and thank you for being with us in this amazing journey of Limitless Brain Lab. As we complete 1 year, thank you for us for sharing, liking and subscribing. Every single like and share of yours goes a long way at the lab. So much gratitude to each of you. Today we are going to discuss something very interesting, because if you do this thing right, then automatically, immediately you are doing neurobics. Now there is aerobics which you do for your exercises. You need to get your 10,000 steps and the Japanese walking and all the great effects of the exercises which we have been talking about. But what if I told you that for exercising the brain, a lot of people think that it is a very difficult process to exercise the brain, and it is going to be so much of bridge and chess and complicated games and mathematics to do that. The answer is no. It is extremely simple to modulate and to stimulate the brain's processes for effective preservation of memory. The world is going to see a tsunami, mark my words, a tsunami of cases of Alzheimer's dementia, of digital dementia. Continuous scrolling and checking your phone is actually hurting and harming you. I want you all to do an audit of the consumption versus creation. If you are continuously consuming 80% of your times, it's a huge caution, because digital dementia is true. Every single time that you are constantly glued to the screen, you're shrinking your brain. And you're shrinking your brain to an extent that it can convert into a neurodegenerative condition at a much younger age. Of late, I have been talking about this patient of mine who came to my clinic, who's a 45-year-old gentleman who is working in one of the top firms in the world, got succumbed to Alzheimer's dementia at the age of 45. The blood test showed that, the PET scan confirmed it, and now he's on the medication for Alzheimer's dementia. Now, we all know that in the good old days, these dementia, forgetfulness and memory problems used to come after the age of 70. In fact, when I was a medical student 25 years back, we never worried about Alzheimer's dementia. We always would say, it's an old age geriatrician's problem, but that is falling apart. It is coming to us, and it's extremely painful to see what is happening to the family when you get diagnosed with a degenerative conditions, irreversible condition such as Alzheimer's dementia, where your brain is shrinking. Your brain's memory capacity, judgment, orientation, focus, decision making, mood, emotional regulation, everything is shrinking. Now, this is a hard reality, but what you can do about it? Neurobics. So what is neurobics? And particularly, I'm just going to discuss today the bathing neurobics. You just take your bath, because that is an everyday process. I always feel that you don't need to shell out special time for essentially wiring the brain. You can do very easily the brain's wiring just merely by understanding and anchoring every single daily tasks that you have been doing. I'm sure you go to take your shower, you are in a hurry, you want to quickly finish your bath, but have you ever wondered that those 5 to 10 minutes as you take your shower can become the most important time for your brain? Let me explain how does that happen. The theory of neurobics goes like that whenever you do anything with your opposite hand, with your eyes closed, with a new environment, you are wiring new patterns and new realities in the brain. The brain is challenged for the same task in a different way, and now different types of neurons start to fire. Have you ever, I'm going to pose you a few questions and I want you all to honestly answer. Have you ever done that? And what if you just included 1 or 2 days of this technique in your regular daily bath practice? Greetings all of you, and I'm super excited to welcome you for one of a kind of a retreat which is going to happen in India. There was a lot of requests for a lot of people, from a lot of people across, saying that we want the Limitless Brain Retreat to be in India. We listened to that, and thanks to the Limitless Brain Lab, we are going to have it in Lonavala. It is going to happen, mark your calendars, 27, 28 and 29th of November 2026. What will you get? You will get amazing insights about manifestation, meditation, longevity hacks, how to get your brain into the peak performance. What are those secrets? How can you do that? What will you do to make it happen in your life? So many things which will be discussed It is going to be a 3 days and a 2 nights retreat. We will all be together, lots and lots of fun, lots of group exercises, group activities, live brain modulation, live experiments, and we will be a part of the family together. Limitless Brain 1 was amazing, 2 was amazing, and I hope to see some of the participants again. So do not delay, because we have some special early bird discount which is until 30th of April 2026. Go ahead and block your seats today. I'm going to see you at the retreat. Link in the bio and link in the description, or just say retreat and we will share you all the details. See you soon, all of you. Very simple thing that you need to do is just simply close your eyes and take a shower. Now, caution, do not fall, because I want you to understand your bathroom is what you are already comfortable with. But when you are taking eyes closed shower, automatically the inputs which are going to the brain are changing. The second thing is, have you been often changing the smell and the aroma of the bath wash? Of late, I was in the store which was Body Shop, and I just picked up some aromas which are moringa and elderflower and tea, etc., because every time when you take a shower with that, the aroma reaches your frontal cortex, and that is how you rewire. The third important thing when you are taking the shower is to micro shock your body by giving sometimes very cold water, sometimes very hot water, because rotating this thing will also activate the brain's sensory processes. Now, have you ever wondered that whenever you are scrubbing certain parts of the hands and scrubbing certain parts of the legs, automatically you are increasing the blood flow in some parts of the brain? The head bath, whether it can be taken every day or at least 2 to 3 times a week, has been often a controversy with North and the South of India, etc. But very important to stimulate your scalp in one way or the other, because that is also giving rise to development of your brain. Now, the other neurobics which happens as you are taking your shower is essentially changing the way in which you take shower. Sometimes with bucket, sometimes with the head shower, sometimes with a special shower, and all this will allow the brain to have unique signals. The philosophy of Neurobics goes that even if you change the route from A to B, going from one place to the other place every day, you will have new sensory inputs and you will save your brain. I have maids and everybody is there at the home, but I still do once in a week grocery shopping. I myself go to the grocery store, pick up the things. Why? Because I want to smell those things. I want to touch. I want to take the flavor. I want to take the aroma. I want to taste some other things, because this is the way in which neurobics work. If I am actually holding a pen with my right side, holding and writing the entire thing on the right for a few times, I will change it to the left. If my computer is on the left, I am going to put it to the right, because this is the way in which my brain is now breaking that silo and breaking that pattern. Neurobics is not complex. Neurobics is essentially simple. Sometimes when you're brushing the teeth, you change your hand, you close your eyes, you change the way in which you take your brush. All these little things are adding up to having the brain to grow new neurons and new pathways. Every single day can become an anchoring practice to make sure that your brain remains in the stable condition. The brains deteriorate pretty rapidly, and nowadays with the use of digital, as I mentioned, it is going at a crazy atrophying speed. Every 10 years, 5% of the brain is shrinking, and it is your and my responsibility to make sure that everyday tasks are done right, so that we can protect and preserve the abilities of this particular brain. So go ahead and tell in the comment section what all tasks you will do with eyes closed, with changed hands, with some form of a different sensation involved, changing the route to your work, changing your table, changing your decor, changing your wardrobe, changing the way you wear your clothes, changing your shoes, because every single sensory input to the brain is giving us a signal of making a change or slowly dying it off. Use it or lose it is a simple formula in the brain. So thank you so much for being with us. on this episode of Limitless Brain Lab. With simple, small little techniques, we can do a huge dent in the brain. And I personally want health, wealth, and happiness for each of you, and hence Limitless Brain Lab is always there to support your brain journey. If you are struggling with memory, focus, attention, go ahead and say yes, and we will be sending you an entire package of evaluation of the brain, also the EEG package of doing the Neuroscience assessment, which is a scan by which we come to know what is the level of your brain easily at the doorsteps of your home. You just need to say yes, help us, and we will be there. You definitely know your bank balance. It's the time to know your brain balance.